This tutorial is going to be about Google Classroom and some other resources that we discussed earlier, such as Brightspace and extracting student emails from Brightspace. So first of all, if you go on to your AW website, this is at aw.tdsb.on.ca, and that's where you access everything. I want you to go to the tab that says Google Apps. If you click on that one, this is where you can access all your G Suite apps, which are all your Google apps that you can use. So we're going to start first by Google Classroom. So if you click on Google Classroom, which is the third one down, and for me, because I'm using the iPad, it asks me if I want to open it on the iPad, but I'll say no because I want to show you what it looks like on a browser. So for me, this is what I have. I have all these classes. And I've created this demo class just to show you. I'm just going to archive it and recreate it again. So what I want you to do once you're in this screen, if Eric was able to create a Google Classroom for you, you will find it here. If he did not create it for you and you're creating your own, you can press on the plus sign that is on the left of your picture of your name on the top here beside the dots at the very top of the screen. So on the right side, there is a plus sign. So you're going to press on that and you're going to go to create class. And that's what you're doing. So first you're going to create the name of your class. So for me, I usually call it grade 7 or Miss Alwara's grade 7 or room 203 or whatever it is that you want. Let's just call ours here demo class. Section, if you're teaching more than one class or you're teaching the same subject to more than one. So for example, let's say somebody who teaches French, like Miss Brown, for example, and she would create different sections for every class that she teaches, but that's not applicable for homeroom. So the subject called, you can make it a single subject, or for me, I usually create a homeroom class, and then inside I'll show you how to create different topics, and this is where I put my subjects, but you may choose to do a different Google Classroom for every subject that you teach. It's up to you. But for now, to make it easy, just one Google Classroom, call it homeroom or list the subjects, the main subjects that you're teaching, and we're gonna my class is room 203, so I'm gonna call it 203, and I'm gonna create. And once that's created, takes its time, you'll be able to see it. It takes you straight inside. Okay, so once you're in here, I'm just gonna go over the different tabs that you have access to and what they mean. So the first one is a stream, and there is a place here for you to type. And this is where you type a message. Good morning, class. This will be our mode of communication going forward. Make sure you check it often and see if new work is posted, for example, right? And then you can post. Beside the post, you can schedule a time for this to be posted. So you can change. Let's say I wrote this at night, but I don't want the students to get their notification, or you don't want it to be on the Google Classroom until 8 a.m. in the morning. I want it to be posted at 8 a.m. on March 30, which is Monday. I can schedule it to be posted for that time, and I can just say schedule. There is another one is save draft, which means I'm thinking about something, but I'm not really sure I want to post this. So you can save it as draft, and you can go back and find it another time. Add, these are all the kinds of things that you can attach to your post. So I can go to my Google Drive and I can attach a document to go alongside this post. So I could take a PDF, a document here. I have PDFs of textbook pages. So let's say I wrote a list of reminders or something that I want them to see, or anything. I can take it, I can access my Google Drive from here. I can attach it. It will, if I choose to add this one, it will attach it, it will upload it to my post, and it will take it there. Okay, and then I can also attach a link, which means, let's say I want them to watch a YouTube video, I want them to watch go to a website that I'm linking their work to, anything, you can attach it here and they'll be able to see it. I can attach a file. File lets you access your computer. The drive allows you to access your Google Drive. And YouTube allows you to access YouTube. So you can actually go to YouTube and search, let's say, educational videos, whatever it is that you're looking for, about whatever it is you're looking for. You want to add that, and it goes, and you see it's already attached. And then when I post, they'll be able to see Ryan learns about weather with Gus the gummy gator. Okay? So you can do all kinds of things on that stream. Once I press post, my post will be available for the students to see right away. There are so many things that you can do now having that Google Classroom. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your students have joined your class. So if the students are not in the class, you can manually add students by typing in their email addresses. And there is another video where I showed you how you can extract those email addresses. You can add other teachers to the same classroom. So let's say someone teaches your French and you want to invite them in to be able to see what's happening or add things or do that kind of thing with you. So you can add a teacher. A teacher will have the same privileges as yourself. And the last tab you have here is grades, is the where when you post assignments, this is where you're going to find the marks. So let's go back to the peoples and we start adding students. One way of adding students is by adding the emails. Another way of adding students is actually by giving the code, and the students will be able to join using that code. And if you click, let me go back on settings, that little wheel on top, then you're going to get this information, and here you have class code right here. So this is the class code. You copy that and you can send it to parents by email, showing them how to log in using also the video I sent earlier. And then all your kids will be able to access using that. So you can either add them manually by putting in their email addresses. This way they will get the invite on their email. They still have to check their email to get it. Or you can just send the email, them the email, or their parents the email to give them the class code, and they will be able to join that way. Okay? And there are all kinds of things that you can tweak around to change, or kind of settings that you can change in your Google Classroom to make it fit your needs as needed. Okay, so when we go back from those settings, we go back to classwork. So this is really where you actually create work for your students. So first of all, as soon as you create a demo class, you're going to have a Google Drive folder that's going to be attached to your class. So if you open your Google Drive, you're going to have a demo class